We partied so hard back in the day, though, too. Like, remember us on that golf cart in Nantucket?
Well, Fagawi.
Fagawi weekend.
We
Oh
got
my
in so
God.
much trouble, though, for that because
Yes.
you had a surgery.
I think it was my forearm.
And was it? And then I had a foot.
Yes.
We were both getting pulled. We were in the back of we were in
the back of a golf cart, and people were filming us. And then we weighed so much, and I think the people in the front got off the golf cart. And when they got off, the golf cart, the front two wheels went up in the air, and we fell right onto the ground and like face planted. And the crazy thing about it is we had no clue that we even did that until we saw the video on Barstool 4 days later. And the caption of Barstool was, "Not really sure we want our star wide receiver and tight end acting like this in Fagawi, but we love them for it."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I love Barstool. They're sticking up for us.
Bro, you remember how mad Bill was?
Oh, man.
You fucking assholes. Can't, Jesus Christ. Can you guys just stay out of the headlines? You guys are hurt.
Headlines. Yeah. You guys aren't even practicing right now. You can't even go on the field and you're acting like drunk idiots at Fagawi. Of course we are. We're young and dumb. I would not change a thing, bro. Imagine if we didn't do that now and we try to do it now, it would be hard to do it now. We did it when we could.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. We did it when we could.
That was such a fun trip. That Fagawi trip.
The most treasured thing that I own in my life is an email exchange between Bill Belichick and I. You ever get an email from Bill Belichick? Ever in your history of your career?
A text message.
Okay, but never an email.
No.
I've never spoken to anybody that I've ever played with or came after me or before me that's ever received an email. Like, Bill doesn't do human stuff, right? Like that's like a human thing to do. Like, send an email.
Yeah.
I got an email.
What does the email say?
So I was a rep, right? And I was in Hawaii.
By the way, let me paint the picture for everyone out there. Light was a rep, a union rep, and Bill took everything out on the reps because they represented the union, and he hated like the time limits. Like, you guys figure it out. What this fucking shit? Like,
well, and he couldn't do anything to us because he had Vrabel and myself. But I get home from Hawaii, long ass flight, Hawaii.
Are you in
Boston.
Hawaii? Pro Bowl?
It was the union meetings were there.
Oh.
And so when I went, I was the guy that literally got them changed. I passed the resolution saying, if I want to go to Hawaii, I'll go to Hawaii. I don't want to fly all the way to Hawaii. Like, why don't we do this in the States? We got all these, and dude, I think half the island wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Because that was a big revenue. But anyway, neither here nor there. I get home, and this is like way before. We live in this crazy time now where like we think it's always been the way it is. I mean, back up 10 years ago, man, I wasn't checking emails from my cell phone.
Still don't.
I had... Of course you don't.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but you got somebody that will.
Yeah.
Ma, where's Meatloaf?
Meatloaf!
I never know what she's doing back
What
there.
is she doing? What does she do?
I don't know.
So I get home and I've got whatever it is, like Microsoft, whatever, and I get on my thing and I'm checking my emails, and there's an email in my inbox, Belichick, Bill. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what I thought immediately? Thank God, finally one of my offensive linemen is busting my balls. All the stuff I've done and nobody's really come at me. And then when I read it, I was like, Copen, you son of a gun. Because he's the only one smart enough at the time that would have done this. So I spend all night, like I got home at like, let's say 10:30, and I missed the whole first week of the off-season program because I was at the meetings. I had to go. So the next day was Monday, so I'm going to be jumping in a week late. And I'm staying up till like 1:30 in the morning, and I finally find a service where I can send an email and make it look like it came from someone else. And I know this is how Copen did it. So I write one to Copen.
So you spent 6 hours trying to
Forever, dude. Forever. But by the way, you know how it is, man. You find one and it says it works, and you test it and it doesn't work. You got to pay for something. I'm like, this is stupid. Anyway, found one, sent Copen an email, walk in the next morning, and I'm ready to go toe-to-toe. But I'm never going to admit to shit. So when I walk past Copen, immediately he's like, you sent me an email, didn't you? I'm like, did you send me an email? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Because he has to admit first what he did. And then, okay, let's talk about it. Because that was pretty good, Cope. That was pretty good. We go in, we get our workout done. He doesn't bring it up anymore. And then he comes back to me right when we get done working out, and he's like, hey, you did send me an email. I'm like, no, I didn't send you an email. He's like, well, that's great because somebody sent me an email, and it looks like something you would do. And I'm like, all right, well, if I get an email that looks like something you would do, I'll let you know, right? And now as I'm walking out, we get done running, right, and I'm walking out for the day, I can't shake it. I'm like, he's not messing around. So I see Bears, and I walk in his office, and I'm like, hey, man, because if it wasn't Copen, there's no one else smart enough. Bears must have sent it from Bill's email on behalf of someone else. And the minute I say something to Bears, he's like, oh, no, Bill sent you an email. I'm like, come on, man. Not my first rodeo, right? He literally gets up, goes into Bill's office. He's in a staff meeting, gets his computer to fire up, and shows me in his Outlook on the sent box the email to me. And it's the email. And I'm like immediately I'm like, oh, man, damn. Like that goes up a notch, right?
What did the email say?
I'll read it for you. It's literally my prized possession. Yeah. So I get this, and now I'm like, oh, this is legit. So I take like 4 or 5 days because you know me, I can't not acknowledge this. I have to have some kind of a response. So I send my response, and immediately I get one back. And the essence of what he sent back was, we're never going to do this again, number one. Because in the subject heading, it was concluding remarks, right? No joke. No joke.
I gotta use that.
Concluding remarks. And to this day, and what he wrote in there, I'm telling you, this, I could lose everything, every Super Bowl ring. I could care less, man. Possessions like that mean nothing to me. This, if
Let's
I
hear
ever
the
lost
email.
this,
You got to read it. You got to read
I'm
it.
getting there, man. It takes me. I got big fat fingers. So we've never had a conversation. Bill Belichick and I have never once spoken about this ever. So, and by the way, I never break this out. It's one of these things that he kind of has to be in person, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, so just so you can see this, Saturday, April 7th, 2007 at 2:34 p.m. Okay?
So this is in undefeated season.
Yeah, going into it, yeah. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. In the subject heading, greetings from the NEP off-season program! Exclamation point. All right. Oh, okay, here we go. In quotes, this is how it starts. Not like, hey, Matt, or just wanted to touch base with you, sir. It's a chance for us all to bond and start putting the wheels in motion for the following season, left tackle Matt Light said in a recent interview. The foundation is put in place at this time of year. What you do in March, April, May, and June, what you do in that mini camp and the passing camp, it has a direct effect on the beginning of your season, and you have to come out of the gate swinging pretty hard. That's what we've been able to do around here. End of quote. Not bad. I mean, that's Kool-Aid.
It's a good quote.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I got asked by a reporter in Hawaii about whatever, and I gave the typical, do your job speech, right? Hey, Matt, just read this quote from you, ... What the fuck? ? And by the way, so you see, when I see this, that's got to be Copen. They're messing with me. That's not real. And Bill doesn't send emails. We have over 50 guys here working out today, and the one who isn't here does all the talking about how important the off-season is. Figures. A lot of your teammates were concerned about you and asked why you weren't here, but don't worry. We let them all know that you're in Hawaii for a week. If you want to get something productive done out there, why don't you have them move this meeting to the week before, all in caps, teams start their off-season programs? ? Very respectfully yours, Bill Belichick, head coach, New England Patriots, okay? So, when you got that, if you got that, that's not from Bill Belichick. All right, so we've been through this. You guys got the background. It took me days, and I did elicit a little bit of help from a family member who's far smarter than me, and I send him this. Now, and again, I will say, my wife, from day one, always told me, he's going to fire you. Please don't do that, Matt. Please don't leave here with that device. Don't put that on anyone's, whatever. Don't shock. Don't do what you're thinking about doing every single day, because that will get you fired. This one, I did kind of think maybe I was going to get fired. Coach B. I thought that was awesome. That was the way to go, right? First of all, allow me to apologize for not responding earlier to your prior email. It has been my experience, limited as it may be, that a reflexive response did not serve anyone well. Thus, I felt it necessary to permit time to militate a more measured, philosophic response. As you are certainly better aware than anyone, we as human beings are not automatons. Rather, We stand as a compilation of free-willed rational beings. Given this, it becomes critical to impose a measure of collectivism for the benefit of the order. I realize that the concept of collectivism strikes a measure of aberrance in our rugged individualistic society, but it is such a collective good that allows us all to benefit. And it does not require a study of the incunabulum to realize that both coaches and players gain from a measured collective relationship with the financial bully pulpit held by the owners. Given this, and despite my commitment to the off-season programs, I felt compelled to move forward the collective good of the players through attendance at the PA meetings. In the long run, it is generally for the benefit of all. My commitment to this end is in no way a negative reflection on my dedication and commitment to optimizing my personal performance to the greatest advantage of the team. Your humble free-willed left tackle, Matt Light. Now, that said, I figure I covered all bases, right?
That's an email.
Bases, and I'm good. And I kind of got off my chest why I felt like I needed to be in attendance, right? Like, it didn't seem like that big of a deal. I had no idea that this would be the response to that gibberish. And I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite things in life. Again, April 11th, 2007, 12:45 p.m. It's like a midday email.
Midday.
Weird, huh? Concluding remarks. You're going to love this. Matt, I need some time to let this one settle, but I'll start with this. Why don't you consider dedicating yourself to having fewer mistakes and not leading the team in, once again, being the most penalized player on offense? Your numerous false start penalties, in evidence again at the Pro Bowl, and other transgressions like taunting continue to make me think that your distractions off the field affect your concentration on the field. My advice, if you have an interest in improving your performance, would be to minimize your distractions and focus on maximizing your physical development and technique in the off-season program. That 1 week really killed him. I continue to feel that you were totally out of line commenting on the importance of the program when you were not in attendance with the rest of the team. Now, this is when it gets great. Finally, Matt, there is no need to use multi-syllable words in your email that neither you nor I know. I am unimpressed. This will conclude my email exchange, and I will return to my efforts in trying to do a better job in coaching this football team. As for the PA meetings, don't worry about helping me. As I have said many times, and I remind myself, the best thing we can do for ourselves and our families is win, all in caps. Try to keep that in your mind in your quest for world peace. Sincerely, respectfully yours, Bill Belichick, head coach, New England Patriots.
Damn near fist fighting on the sidelines, Billy O. Can we get into that?
No.
What happened there?
No, hold on now. I mean,
Fist fight. Taekwon
you know,
Underwood.
You were at practice. You know how practices are. Once again, going back to, you're really like brothers.
Yeah.
You really are with your assistant coaches.
Sometimes you just want to slap the shit out of your brother.
Exactly. So like, you can remember practices like when Bill would, make us use the headsets or whatever, or we wanted to use the headsets to practice for the game. And so, I'd be pressing the button and it wouldn't beep, like it would be screwed up. And maybe I'd be yelling at Donnie Brosher and Tom would be out on the field like, you got to press the button. You're not pressing the button. You're not pressing the button. I took the whole thing and like, remember that day? And threw it at him. I'm like, you pressed the button. I'm pressing the button. The thing's broken, So these little fights.
Then they went to the remember? Then they went to the walkie-talkie.
The walkie-talkie. But I mean, these little things would come up. And so in that game, Dion had gotten hurt and leading up to that game late in the week. And we signed Taekwon Underwood, who now is like the receiver or works with the receivers now. Yeah. We signed him late in the week. And we were driving the ball and somebody else got hurt. So Taekwon had to go in. And we ran branch.
Yeah.
And he had the in cut. He was the X. And he didn't run a great in cut. He kind of faded. And Josh, what's his name? The corner for the Redskins undercut it. Tom kind of looped it in there. So we come over to the sideline, and Tom's, ripping Taekwon.
Oh, yeah.
And I can remember Wes like, all right, man, like, let's move on. Like, basically like, we all just got to move on.
We were frustrated because we weren't moving the ball well that game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shit that goes happening on the sideline.
Yeah. So then it just became, I don't want to get into all that was said, but like, hey, Tom, like, basically like, you need to shut the F up. We got to move on now because Grossman's driving the ball. We're going to possibly go to overtime. Yeah. And you remember who intercepted the pass to end the game was Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
I
bumped the guy. I was playing defense a goddamn week. That's right. That's my Taekwon was in there.
Baby. So, but anyway, so he said, you want me to shut? You shut. And then it was just like two 15-year-olders like just yelling, shut the F up back and forth to each other. And then Bill came over and was like.
I'll tell you right now, That was the brilliance of Billy O, because he liked to fire guys up, and we all knew Tom liked to be fired up because we all know Tom plays better pissed off.
Yeah.
Like that's the truth. And you know, there's a lot of those Jedi mind tricks that I think that happened over there.
Yeah.
To piss him off because he played better pissed off.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the origin of our friendship?
The origin of our friendship. Well, it all started way back in sunny Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
We were training at the same place, and we kind of, the first couple of days, we kind of looked at each other. We're like, who is this fucking guy coming in here, picking up my ping pong paddle, thinking he's the shit in armor? And it took us like 2 days to kind of warm up to each other. I was like, hey, Julian, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I've seen a lot of your film. You know, you're a great player. We should
Right. You didn't say that.
we should hang out sometime. And then he's like, where do you live? And I'm like, I'm in Venice. Where do you live? He's like, I'm in Venice. And then I'll see you later at 3 on the beach. And then the rest is history.
The rest is history. Favorite story of our time in New England? What's your favorite story of our time?
My favorite story of our time, probably when we bought those 2 dirt bikes and we were crushing Foxborough in our free time, running from police. I remember one time I was sitting on my couch. It was snow. It was probably 10 degrees outside, and you took one of the bikes out for a spin, and then you came back in, and your hands were like literally frozen, and you're like, I just had to run. I just had to run from the cops. I'm like, dude, what are you doing running from the police on a Thursday afternoon in our own city?
Every off season, we would always buy something, some activity, some toy. One year it was like remote control cars. We broke them the first day. Next year it was like little mini bikes. We rode them for like 2 months.
Yeah.
We had we went through a drone stage, one of the little inside drones in the houses.
Yeah. Drone. And we played ping pong every day, probably.
Every day.
Probably 20 games of ping pong until one of us was muddy and bleeding.
Muddy and or bleeding. Dip spit everywhere.
Yeah.
Water bottles everywhere. We played in Danny's old little he had a basement that was unfinished at the house he was staying at, and it was like cement, and we'd just be spitting, hitting balls. He beat me with an iPhone. He taught me to get an iPhone once. I didn't play ping pong growing up. This guy was like one of those world-class like dudes that you see in China. Forrest Gump. This guy was Forrest Gump. Best hand-eye coordination. He beat me with the fucking iPhone.
I was so blessed, like, to be around great guys, and I mean, there's so many, but it was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my Amendola, like, I got to bring him up, right?
Of course, Italians love Italians.
The same thing I had with Welker. It was like, I said to Bill, I was like, we played Welker one year at Miami, and Orlando Mari, who played at Syracuse, pulls his calf in warm up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Orlando just pulled his calf, and then I'm looking, I'm like, Wes Welker kicked off, kicked field goals, extra points, caught like 130 yards on me. I was like, we got done with the game. I was like, hey, Bill, can we trade for this guy? Because I don't think I want to cover this guy anymore.
Yeah.
This guy is brutal. So we traded. So the same thing, we're getting Amendola. I was like, I don't want to game plan you, man. Like, can we just get you over here on this side and like, let's just go?
Look at
And,
they had all they all went out car shopping when they had the car in the garage already.
So we had a good bottle of tequila.
They had the real car in the garage though already.
Listen, we're trying to get as many as possible, So so Amendola and I love that dude.
I wanted to kill you all when you signed Amendola.
Do you know how much of a better player you became?
I know, but I still wanted to murder you.
Good, you should.
I think that's what Bill liked too. Bill used to sign me these contracts where he knew it was enough to make me satisfied, but also enough to piss me off.
Listen, you and me both. He did that with all of us. It's like trying to negotiate a coaching contract in there. Hey, Bill, I don't think I should. Don't you think we should do a little bit more here? He's like, yeah, no. All right, I'm just gonna keep drawing plays.
The yeah-nos are real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Explain Tom Brady. I mean, explain how he did it for as long as he did. I don't get it.
It's a product of the perfect storm.
Yeah.
It's his health and wellness lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah,
That shit's real. Like the guy, he wouldn't put anything in his body that he didn't think that was fucking great. Whatever Alex said, he did that. If Alex said, eat a turd, this will make you fucking heal faster.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I was in New England, if Alex Guerrero asked me to eat a turd, I would have done it too.
You know what
I
I
would
mean?
have been like,
And I would have too.
I mean, if one's good, two's better,
Actually,
right?
no,
I
would. I did select this shit. I ain't doing that. But then also,
I think a lot of it has to do with the rule changes as well.
Yeah.
You know, he's the first quarterback that went from the medieval time football to what it is now.
That's true.
Where the quarterback is so protected. So these guys, and his build has always been in the pocket. So he hasn't had to be, you know, rat explosive to get outside the pocket or this. He could work everything he had to work for until he was 45. And that's a testament to his hard work and his lifestyle. But it's also a testament to, you know, you watch some of these quarterbacks that got hit back in the day, or even earlier in his career when his helmet got taken off.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys were getting hit, and then we look at Trevor Lawrence, who goes down and doesn't think he should even be touched. Like, this is a National Football League. These are fucking animals.
Dude, yeah.
You got to protect yourself at all goddamn time. It doesn't matter if it's a free play or you can't get hit. You know what I mean? So, like, I think it's the perfect storm.
It really is probably accurate. Like, there's always an intersection of...
And he's just great. Touched by God.
Yeah, touched by God. Right. So there's some of that luck factor, whatever it is. I mean, met with the most I've ever seen anybody work on his body, on his diet, nutrition, health, physical fitness, body work. He hired a guy to literally keep an eye on it so he didn't have to. It was like, I mean, every single aspect of his life was encompassing or was circled around being the best he could possibly be today. And that level of sacrifice, it's so rare and so unique.
No, and it's also, he's got an extraordinary ability to compartmentalize.
That is accurate.
Extraordinary. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter what was going on in his life.
Yep.
Tom Brady was the same guy every day at work.
Yeah.
Almost the nerd guy that was in there at first with his book, taking notes, hand up.
Fucking heroically unflappable.